Your boy Ngun in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, burning news for you guys. Finally, Mikel Arteta opens up about the Arsenal's summer transfer window and the current season where Arsenal would end up and what are Arsenal's actual targets. Well, you'll get to know everything in this video. The first news that's actually hitting us: Arsenal women have recorded a hard-earned 3-2 win away from Liverpool in the WSL. Vivian Miedema and Jordan Nobbs turned the game on its head on the half-hour mark before Miedema sealed the winner with 12 minutes to go. Well, the win ensures that Gunners stay third and within touching distance of leaders Manchester City, with Chelsea sandwiched between the two sides at the second spot. Well, there was a blunder moment for Sol Campbell because he suffered after a post-match blunder in which he said he managed Southampton instead of saying Southend, and I was like, oh my god, unbelievable. happens. So all the best. But moving on, well, Arsenal could have signed 50 million Dio Upamecano for just 1 million in 2015. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Arsene Wenger could have signed him for 1 million itself, but it turns out that he turned down the move. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a classic case of Arsene Wenger missing out on the best possible footballing talent because I know I don't have that answer to that because, but it looks like he scouted him. He was 16-year-old then, and they claim that Wenger's Arsenal were working on a deal to sign the defender from Valenciennes for just 1 million or 2% of what he's worth now. But after the deal fell through, the Gunners continued to tail the 21-year-old as he has done really well for Red Bull Salzburg. So let's see how things will pan out to be, because Arsenal would have to pay 50 to 60 million otherwise, or even more. But moving on, well, the first news, that's the best part, is it looks like Rai Parla does not believe Aaron Ramsey should come to Arsenal because he believes that Manchester United should try to sign him. He says Aaron Ramsey could be on his way again after just 1 year at Juventus. Would that be a good swap deal? He's a super player. There'll be a lot of clubs interested in him. Could he go to Manchester United? He's the sort of player they need to score you goals from midfield. He's a good age. He's still got 3 or 4 good years ahead of him, so he should be surely on Manchester United's radar. Well, it looks like Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has revealed that he's hoping that the club will tie Bukayo Saka down to a new deal. The teenager's current contract expires in 2021, and he said, I'm really happy with how the young players are developing. Part of that developing is to improve the contract and to tie them to the club. But that has to follow a natural process. We have Edu, we have Raul, Vinay and Hus who are in charge of that. And I'm sure we will do the right thing when players deserve to improve and extend their contracts. Well, talking about the Newcastle game, well, also he's discussed about what is the summer transfer window ahead of Arsenal. He said, absolutely, we have to plan and we need to know the direction we want to head. And with that, we need to bear in mind different scenarios. And with that in mind, I have to tell the club what we need, where we think we can improve, and where we want to end. And if we all end with the same thing, we put a plan together to try and execute it and make the process as short as possible. Well, Arsenal have finally answered when Pablo Mari will play their next game. Arteta also spoke about him. That Pablo Mari will miss the game against Newcastle. He says, in full training following transfer from Brazilian preseason, aiming to be available for selection for Olympiacos away. That's actually the club website wherein it is quite mentioned that away game against Olympiacos, Pablo Mari will be ready. And also, they welcome Reece Nelson back to the side with the winger recovering from his hamstring injury. Also, Sead Kolasinac and Bukayo Saka are also fit to face Newcastle. That's the biggest news. Thank God Sead Kolasinac is really healing well. But moving on, well, Arsenal have been boosted by Bayer Leverkusen star Kevin Volland is actually interested in a Premier League move. The 27-year-old is versatile enough. He said that the Premier League is a very interesting league for me. The pace is extremely high. The league requires a lot of willingness to run. That would be fine for me, but you never know what will happen. I'm also not the type of person who says I have to play again in England, Italy or Spain. I feel very comfortable in Leverkusen and leave everything open. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's something huge, isn't it? Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So what you got to do, you just have to sit back, relax and subscribe to this channel, and you get 2 videos about Arsenal every single day. Well, I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.